the wire? Yeah. That was just extra wire that was on the hay. And then you put some more wire and go to about right here, so down each side. That's it.
And you can really just use twine or even just like string, whatever you have that year. You don't have to go out and buy, like Brady said, we didn't buy this. This was on the hay that we already had.
This is mostly just the metal part of the garden though, I think.
Yeah, this is the heavy metal garden over here. My yellow squash has just exploded in size. Let me show you, that's my hand. It's quite big for how old they are, so precious. And then all that squash that we planted is just, they all came up. It's like 10 times more than I expected. And then we have all of our watermelons. We have a few different spots where more watermelon is. We were given these zucchini plants that were dying from our next door neighbors. We're going to try to revive them. There's some okra plants that keep getting ate up before they can grow. It's been annoying. But it is what it is. Can't stop it. Okay, real quick, we have strawberries, we have kale. There's going to, at some point, be cucumber there. That's just going to happen. Okra, zucchini, celery, yellow squash, watermelon. These are a whole bunch of different squashes. We have spaghetti squash, butternut squash, acorn squash, and one other squash. Don't know what it was. We have a whole bunch of beets. We have cantaloupe melons and another type of melon, and then all of these 2 rows are cherry tomatoes and our Amish paste tomato plants. And then we have a bunch of basil and 3 different types of peppers. Okay. Ghost Cat, what are you doing, old man? Are you licking water?
Guys, you won't believe it. It's our first pepper blossom of the year, and actually the first one on our farm. So I want you to make sure that you like, follow, and share. Even follow my mom on Facebook, please. And subscribe! And subscribe! Ooh. So what are we planting?
Daddy's planting the marigold.
And tell me what kind of fruit is a marigold?
It's a flower. It keeps bugs from eating our other plants. All right. Our strawberries are doing pretty. Beautiful strawberries coming out this year. And we have kale. Our cucumbers are refusing to come up, getting really annoyed about that. We have only half of the amount of okra that I wanted to have. They got eaten. They all came up and were like that size, and then they were all eaten by bugs. We have celery over there. We have zucchini. These are all of our squashes: spaghetti squash, acorn squash, butternut squash, and then one other type of squash. And here are all our yellow squashes. And let me just tell you, these ladies are blowing my mind. We lost 2 of them when they were about, I don't know, this age. And I was pretty upset about it, but like, these girls don't mess around. They're serious. Look at these blossoms. Okay, and that's nothing. They are overproducing females, which is the only blossoms that make fruit, make yellow squash. So basically, you only get the fruit off the ones that have the fruit on them. They will blossom, and then you'll need a male blossom like one of those to blossom as well and to pollinate it. You can pollinate it yourself, or you can have your pollinators do it. So that's cool, right? That's really neat. But this one is the beast. First of all, she's the biggest. Second of all, she has like 9 female fruits. Let's go over this real quick. First we have 1 over here. We have 2. And then over here we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Like, it's ridiculous. I'm sure there's more on it. Like, this plant right here is redonk. where we put all our overgrowth, all the green that we cut off of stuff. That's where it goes. We have our first zucchini blossom. My wonderful neighbor gave me these, and they were a little dried up and small for seedlings. She had got them for her birthday, but she doesn't like zucchini, so she had forgot about them, I believe. But then when she found them and remembered, she gave them to us, which is super cool. We trimmed them all the way down. They were basically nothing, and they've grown from nothing to this. And we're very proud of them, but they're not producing yet. Our okra is doing all right.
But that's not very good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna film
Our pickling cucumbers. We still need to put the oregano, sage, and rosemary in the garden. The squash are doing unreal. They are just so prolific. This one is still fully all male flowers and not one female. And not only that, it hasn't bloomed once, so it's kind of our little silly plant.
Yeah.
This one, see how that's bent? I would usually just break that off so it's not putting energy into fixing it, and then we'd give this to a bunny. Stop. Go give that to a bunny, guys. Sunflower. And our watermelons. These are the what is it called? Sugar babies. They are more of like a hand-sized melon. So that'll be really fun. We're gonna let them trail through the raspberry and blackberry and blueberry forest that I have behind me. Our sunflowers are doing so much better this year. Squirrels decapitated them before they ever got to this stage every time, and it is really annoying. Anyway, all these are our sugar baby watermelons. This one's already attempting to trellis. These are all, and see these, I gotta keep talking them into going on the trellis. Have to kind of get them in there before they bend too much. Like so. See? Now that's gonna keep going. I'm gonna do it over here. I'm gonna set this down. Very important not to break the top growth stem at all, or it won't grow anymore. Now you could break a couple of these leaves, but you'd be okay. But you don't want to break this little bit on the top. She's gonna keep growing. All right, so we got 3 up off the ground. Probably need to cover something with that. But up off the ground, going up. Super exciting. Gosh, that zucchini has seriously taken off since I've seen it last.
Almost done, we say.
It's that super one that I cross-pollinated with something else. Look at that beast. Like, this one's super bumpy, but it doesn't want to come off yet, so I'm gonna leave it. When the blossoms fall off onto the plant, I take them off and remove them. You could eat these, and mostly our bunnies will eat them, but mostly I don't want it decomposing onto the plant. It causes disease, whatever, because they like melt. Even on a non-rainy day, they'll melt, decomposing on your plant. Okay, so let me show you. The flowers look just like this. Okay, and the fruits look like this. A little orb at the bottom. and sage, babe? You look so majestic in the shot, babe. You're in your own food forest.
Alright, well the two on this end and then the huge one on that very end. I'm gonna bring my bunnies their favoriteest treat.